It is Tuesday, and it is time for the YSO Series Show. Jesse Morrison, Jeremy Schnell, Mallory Schnell, and we had a Game 7 in the NBA today. It was Denver Nuggets attempting to come back from 3-1 down, and the Los Angeles Clippers. And I didn't watch any sports today. I'm going to just...
Disclaimer, basically, is what he was going to say. But, Bam Ada Bio.
Let's talk about the more important game today, which was
whoa.
conference finals.
Mallory. We need to talk. We need to address the situation. We need to address that trending currently on Twitter is Pandemic P.
Yeah, that's fine, but you can address it if you stop cutting out.
I'm sorry. Oh, we need.
His name is Way Off P because
way off P. Pandemic P, regular season P, Paul George. I mean, just calling him his name is kind of
change. Did my profile picture change?
Yes, it did to a hand blocking. Right, looks kind of like a goaltending to me.
Jesse, if you don't release the ball, it is not a goaltend. It is never in the air. Can't be a goaltend.
I know. I know. I'm just saying that. I'm going to the take that no one else is having. It was an overrated block. I've seen better. People just want to talk about something because there's no football today, so people just want to talk about something.
All right. What?
So we have to. Okay, so the three best blocks in postseason history, two of them have been by Heat players. Well, I guess all three of them were by Heat players. Okay, so here's definitely number one in postseason history.
Cavs player LeBron,
former Miami Heat player, and then the splitter block as well. Right.
Honestly, though, like.
That's like
okay. I really discredit that because it was against Splitter, and let me tell you, Splitter was not very good. We gotta go to Jeremy. Why are we just watching legs break down stuff?
We're just gonna zone up, and
we're gonna get copyrighted. Can you just find the block on Twitter? Go to Twitter. Oh, this is horrible execution. Go. You just didn't show it at all.
Yeah. Okay. Keep talking about it.
Okay. It's literally the first thing you see on Twitter. You're supposed to be the technology guy of the three of us, and okay. See, look how easy that was.
Bio one.
Yeah, honestly, like if you go back to the '60s, Bill Russell probably did this 5 times a game in the playoffs. Like, it's not that good of a block. Yeah, I've seen better. Also, talk about living in the moment. All your blocks are from like 7 years. Like, I'm sure there were tons of blocks in the NBA before the
Magic Johnson said this is the best block he's ever seen in NBA postseason history.
Yeah, well, Magic Johnson says that the Lakers played well tonight.
No, but like Magic Johnson, he played all the way back in the 80s, Jesse.
Yeah, but like still,
he said this is the best block he's ever seen.
But he lives in the moment too. Like he doesn't matter. Charles Barkley probably said it.
Jesse, out of those 3 blocks that I've shown, what would you rank them 1 through 3?
1 through 3. Definitely number 1, LeBron. In the 2016 finals, and then number 2 I'd go Bam, and then Thiago Splitter, and I could block him, so he's number 3.
7'1", Jesse. There's
Jeremy, did you see him, dude? He literally took a stick of butter before every game, rubbed it around on his hands, went up for the rebound, and they would go into his hands, and then they'd slide out. He was the Romello White of the NBA. He was not any good, and that's why he's only like 35 years old and isn't in the NBA.
Anyway, Mallory, living in the moment, the 3 blocks that I just showed, what is your top 3 out of those, ranking-wise?
It's got to be the Bosch block.
Oh, we're going Bosch block.
Yeah, Bosch block.
All San Antonio fans still call it a foul.
I mean, it's iconic, right?
Yeah, but like the 3 blocks that I just showed, if you're ranking them 1 through 3, which ones are you going? What are you going with?
Hmm. What was the other one besides the LeBron Iguodala one?
LeBron splitter.
The splitter was terrible.
I don't know. I'm going Bosch block.
Okay, Bosch block. Here we go. Bosch block. Mount Rushmore blocks.
Green trying to get free. Cross-court pass to Green. Green blocked by Bosch.
Yeah, that's a foul. A foul. I mean, I gotta tell you,
That was so important, that block.
it's a foul.
But
Splitter. Tiago Splitter only
he
he ended up
eliminated.
Tiago Splitter, 355 career NBA games in the regular season, 7.9 points per game. He was not very good though. The eye test was failed, Mr. Splitter. Jeremy, I'm talking about the eye test. Do you want to say something about that?
The eye test says that Bam had the best block in postseason history.
Oh, the eye test said LeBron.
Then why aren't more people than like Heat Twitter talking about it?
Wait, everybody's talking about how this was one of the best blocks.
My
No,
timeline.
it's just that you only live on Miami sports Twitter.
Yes.
No.
Everybody's talking. It's still trending, Mallory. Like this is the best block in post, and one of the best blocks. But okay, but in all honesty, if I were ranking these, I would go LeBron Iguodala, and I'm keeping the Bosch block out of it. LeBron splitter, and then Bam, because those two were in the NBA Finals.
Mallory, put it on the poll. Was the Bosch block in the 2013 Finals a foul?
It was.
I mean, it was.
Did you say it was?
I mean, it was, yeah, but like.
But just put it on the poll, please.
Great block though.
Back in 2013, they let them play a little bit more. You know me. I want fighting in sports. So, in all sports, I want fighting in the NBA. I think every sport should implement the penalty box and power plays.
Get a better angle here. Is this a foul, Jesse?
So far there's a hand on him already.
Hold on.
You're gonna speed it up or slow it down. If you're gonna slow it down, you gotta go to 1.75. Okay. Yes, that's a foul. His whole body is into him.
No.
His entire body is into him. Yeah. So, was the Bosch block in 2013 a foul? Now, you tagged Heat Twitter. This is going to be the answer is going to be no. Also, why can't it just be hashtag Heat and the little thing? Like, why does it have to be Heat Twitter? Like, that seems like.
Because Heat Twitter, like the first ever fandom to ever have their own name for having a fan section on an app was Heat Twitter.
Yes.
Heat
Sure.
Twitter.
No, that's true.
No, because
Sure.
when LeBron came to Miami, Heat Twitter became a thing because it was everybody against Miami, and Heat Twitter was a safe.
Miami versus the world.
Right. The Heat Twitter was
Miami versus the world.
Heat Twitter was a safe space for all Heat fans to kind of just vent at each other.
It's about what? How great you guys are gonna become?
How idiotic everybody was being. And
you know what? The whole Big Three era was a colossal letdown. 2 championships. Remember that whole thing at American Airlines Arena? Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. They won 2 championships.
Okay, Jeremy. So 2 championships.
They lost to JJ Barea. LeBron.
He will not take.
LeBron couldn't post a.
Chris Bosh and Dwayne Wade will continue to this day say that that loss was the best thing that happened to the Heat.
Why didn't they win in 2014? They lost to young Kawhi. He wasn't even peak Kawhi yet. Like, come on.
Kawhi looked terrible today.
Forget that it wasn't just Kawhi on the team. They had their own big 3.
They had
Those
4.
guys were 90 years old.
They had a big 4.
Those guys were 90 years old. Kawhi was the reason they won.
Dude, he barely scored any points.
But you know who's getting another trophy this year?
Who?
Miami.
Sure, because they're beating LeBron and Anthony Davis. Totally, that's happening. LeBron's
I
gonna
mean,
let that.
LeBron and Anthony Davis still have to get past Jokic and Murray.
Come on. Do you think LeBron is intimidated by Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray? And who
Kawhi
else is
looks
on
pretty-
that team?
But should Kawhi have been intimidated by them?
Okay, my favorite tweet of the day came from Mark Spears. Is that who it is?
Marcus Spears. Or it might be Mark Spears. I don't know. It's one of the two.
The
He's
Clippers
got
were-
a C in there. It's not a K.
basically the Clippers were tired. Here's what Mark J. Spears said. Several Clippers players were so fatigued during Game 7 against Denver that they struggled to play stints longer than 3 minutes and asked out of the game for a breather in the fourth quarter of Game 7. You guys, that's terrible. That's awful. You guys are supposed to be like, you guys are supposed to be in the best shape of your lives. This is a bubble. You're supposed to be working out every single day. And then they just decide, I'm tired. I don't want to play against Denver. You're playing against Denver Nuggets. Come on, guys. Like, get with it.
Jokic was in. If Jokic can survive, then anyone can survive.
I think
They
that's
had 4 months off.
I think
Well, I
that's
got
really I think that's really damning against the type of system that that the Clippers are running over there, and I would be surprised. And this could be
Oh, come
on
on.
the brink. I would be surprised if Doc Rivers survives this.
Okay, all right. Hold up, just a second. Well, let's hold our horses on all of this. Okay, do I think Doc
Overreaction
Rivers?
Tuesday.
Hold on.
Overreaction Tuesday.
Do I think that Doc Rivers is an overrated coach? Yes, he should have more than one finals win, and he should have gotten the Clippers further than they've gone. But this has nothing to do with the coaching. It just has to do with players underperforming, and Paul George did that. And so if Paul George was 10 of 16 instead of 4 of 16, then they'd probably have won.
It also came out today that in the last conversation that Kawhi had with the Raptors, he said that he didn't think that they had enough pieces to repeat. They showed this year that if they had one more player like a Kawhi, they would have been able to repeat this season.
You think that Raptors team with Kawhi wouldn't beat the Celtics or Miami or Milwaukee? Like they beat all of those teams.
And I think that's pretty I don't know, damning against Kawhi that he didn't see what we all saw.
You're just trying to hate on Kawhi.
I just think that it wasn't the smart. Sure, it was the smartest decision for his brand, and of course, he wanted to go home and play. Which
Kawhi doesn't care about a brand. Doesn't he wear New Balance shoes? Like Kawhi doesn't care about a brand. Come on.
it was the right decision for him and his family, and I get that.
Yes.
But if he wanted to win, he would not have gone to the Clippers.
Facts.
All right. The Islanders extended
Maker,
their series.
hey, make her miss league, Dano.
Jesse's Instagram bio. It's make or miss league.
Yep. I just put that because it's funny.
Dano.
It's just I just enjoy that commercial. It's make or miss league, like Steph Curry. It's a make or miss league, even though it's just for Steph, it's just a make league because he makes everything.
So Jesse, your Caps had some news today.
Can we start with Islanders Lightning though first?
Oh well, on the rundown, you have that as last.
Yeah, but I switched it up. Like I just want to say, like maybe we get a 3-1 comeback in hockey, just like we did in basketball.
The Islanders are not that good.
You know.
Mallory, you have to say the Islanders are the best team in hockey because they beat the Panthers.
Well,
No,
the Islanders also.
I accept that the Panthers are not that good either.
Yeah, I accept that this year's Capitals team was not that good, and the Islanders beat them. But I just kind of want the Tampa Bay Lightning to just kind of keep losing, and it would be absolutely incredible if they blew a 3-1 lead in the conference
Oh
finals.
my gosh, the tweets from all of hockey Twitter would be hilarious.
Yes, I'm rooting for that. Mallory, are you rooting for hockey Twitter or the Tampa Bay Lightning? Put that on the poll.
Hockey Twitter.
Yeah, put
Yeah,
hockey.
He's just trying to make it a thing that he Twitter, Jeremy, right?
No, I think NHL Twitter is a thing. Hashtag NHL Twitter.
It's hockey.
I know NBA Twitter is a thing. It's a hashtag, but I don't know about hockey Twitter. Or just say hockey Twitter or
I get
Tampa Bay Lightning. What?
I get it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah. I guess we could talk about the Caps. Peter Laviolette is our new coach. I'm excited about that. He's a Stanley Cup champion. He's a veteran coach.
What team? What team did you win the Stanley Cup with, Jesse?
Carolina, one of my least favorite teams. But I don't like Carolina because I don't have a problem with the team, but I have a problem with fans because they're going to be 26 in attendance, and then they make the playoffs, and their fans all of a sudden are like, "We love hockey."
Yeah, I guess the Panthers do that kind of too, Mallory. But we're not going to talk about. I mean, I just don't understand. Like, if you went to a Canes game, I'm sure you would find some hardcore Hurricanes fans, and you would change your opinion.
Yeah. Just like
if you go to Gila River Arena during a regular season game, you're gonna find some really big, hardcore hockey fans.
No, I promise you won't. They're just stupid and think they know everything.
Somebody's never getting a job with the Arizona Coyotes.
I just had a bad experience. Like the Panthers were on a 12-game winning streak, and I went to the game. Like the Panthers were in first place, and they're like, "Oh, the Panthers, they're at the bottom of the standings." And I'm like looking at all of them, like these guys know nothing about hockey, and they're just.
Well, you probably just met the wrong Coyotes fan. There's a good amount of real Coyotes fans. You go to the arena and you see some Coyotes fans. But I'm just saying, no one is a worse fan base than Pittsburgh, but no one is also a worse fan base, like the second worst
Boston.
fan base. No, but Boston's just intense. Philly's just intense. Like they're both kind of sucky.
No, there've been some instances with Boston fans at the BB&T Center. Not good.
But I would rather have intense fans than people that don't care until they're in
not
the
fans
playoffs.
that harass you though. Like,
well, yeah, that's bad. But I'm talking about just like I want some passion.
well, then go to a larger market, not small market hockey games like Arizona and Florida.
Okay, well, Winnipeg is one of the smallest market. Also, Arizona is not a small market. It's like the 5th biggest city in the
No
country.
small market hockey fans.
Okay, well, wouldn't you say Dallas is a small market hockey fan and they do well? Like Nashville, come on. Like Tampa Bay is not a hockey town.
Right. I'm talking about attendance, Jesse, and your name.
And I'm talking about non-hockey places with great attendance in the regular season and great fans. And,
okay, well, that's not what I was talking
except for
about.
Winnipeg. Winnipeg obviously is a hockey place.
I'm not talking about whether it's a hockey place or not, because there are some places that are hockey places but don't have the best fans. There are some places that are not hockey places and have really great fans. Like Tampa Bay, not the best hockey place, but has a good fan base, and they sell out every game.
Because they won the cup recently.
What?
Because they won the cup within the last 2 decades.
Tampa Bay?
Yeah, they won the cup in 2006, dude. Like,
No, the 2006 was Carolina.
whenever Tampa won the cup. Was it 2005? I don't know.
I remember Tampa winning the cup recently.
I don't.
Dude, Martin St. Louis and Vincent Lecavalier won the Stanley Cup in 2004, whatever it was.
Well, Jesse's frozen, so we'll never know.
I'm back. Yeah, they won a cup in 2004. Okay, then you're right. But
Like I said.
But that's not really recently. That's 16 years ago. Also, why are we debating about fan attendance? It's 2020. We don't know when they're ever going to.
Here's the thing about that. Here's the thing about that though. Like that's exciting a like generation of hockey fans to want to show up to your games. One Stanley Cup is going, like, if the Panthers were to win a Stanley Cup within the next 5 years, they would start to get fans like the Lightning do. Like it all comes down to success.
Okay, well, then why does Carolina do terrible when they won a cup 14 years ago? Like, I'm sorry, this is
they have been historically, because their team has been historically bad after that.
Can we talk about how the Panthers are a dumpster fire?
Yeah, I mean, it's just one assistant coach.
I love the Panthers. I love the Panthers.
We need Evan.
Organization.
Where's Evan? Because I'm sure he watched all 60 minutes of that Islanders Tampa Bay game, and he would go into every detail about everything, including, like, you know, when the skate touched the ice. We need him. But Panthers, you guys had an assistant coach that apparently fought a player, and so you got fired.
What do you think the player was, Mallory?
I was thinking about that today, honestly.
Right?
No, it's not Barkey or Hoovy or anyone like that.
Could it have been Trocheck?
That's what I was about to say. It was definitely Trocheck, because otherwise, why would he have been traded?
No, it was like someone young, definitely, like, could even be like a Frank Vetrano type thing,
Brown.
Brownie, possibly. You know, who seems like he's got a chip on his shoulder is Conley. He's old, but he just seems like he has some attitude. Could have been him. But, you know, I think it was a mistake with the whole, like, water thing, and Coach Kitchen reacted poorly. So, yeah, he had his job taken away today. So
Freddie Kitchens was coaching the –
Start walking.
Okay.
What's next on the list, Mallory?
What are we doing? But we'll come back to that. We've got Dancing with the Stars. Did you watch, Jeremy?
Mallory, I did not. I was at Helena High volleyball.
We will just let Mallory go into that. Mallory, I have one big pressing question. How did Carol Baskin do on the show?
She did the worst. She had the worst score of everyone. She got 4.43 as her score.
Is the max 10?
Yeah, but the highest anyone got was like a 7, because the first few weeks that's like 7s and stuff like that is the highest that they go. Len Goodman is not returning, so we've got Derek Huff as one of the judges, sibling of Julianne Huff, who's also been a judge in the past. We've got
and a competitor, right? Or contestant. Are they contestants or competitors?
They're the pros. They're called the pros.
Okay.
Derek Huff has won the Mirror Ball 6 times. He's the most winning pro in Dancing with the Stars history. He also is a judge on World of Dance, so he has that experience. And obviously, he knows what it takes to win the Mirror Ball, so he's going to be judging this year. And what else? We had some pros returning. Sharna came back. She ditched the red hair, had this really pretty blonde with pink tips. Very cute. And Artem is back. We've got, Whitney and Lindsay, 2 of the main pros that make it far every year, both pregnant. So we've got a lot of new pros this year, or troop members stepping up to the pro position.
Wait, hold up. So are they dancing pregnant? Because that's really impressive.
Jeremy, did he miss what I said?
Yes.
I said, yeah. I want to repeat myself when he comes back, though, so that he can understand. I don't want him to keep thinking that they're dancing pregnant. All right, Jesse, you can come back. What I said was, since they are pregnant, they are not on the show. Therefore, there are new pros this year. And he's frozen. So what else? We had Sky Jackson from Disney Channel. You may remember her from Jessie. She's paired with Alan. They had a strong performance, one of the best performances of the night. Caitlin Bristow, my pick, my favorite. She is a former Bachelorette, and she did very well. We'll see if she can live up to Hannah Brown's season from last year. Who else was really good? Nelly danced to his own song, so that was cool. And yeah, so
Put it on the poll. Is it the most self-centered thing ever to dance to your own song on Dancing with the
no,
Stars?
because producers made him do that.
Was Johnny Weir as good as we expected?
Which one was that?
He was figure skater.
Oh yeah, he was okay. He fell in the middle, Was not.
I mean, he's professional. He's a professional dancer, and I feel like
no, he's an ice skating host.
Yeah. No, well, he was an Olympic gold medalist, I believe, and so I feel like it's a lot easier to dance than it is to dance on ice. So, just
well, there's as a dancer, I know that there's figure skating is not dancing on ice. That's something that needs to be known. That's what.
Well, he might have actually been an ice dancer because there's ice dancing and there's figure skating. So let me look that up.
All right.
Right now, the air quality in Helena, Montana is 170, guys.
Not great.
No, that's not good.
I'm still coming though.
When?
I don't know. Can I fly back with you next week?
No.
Why?
The air quality there is not great either.
The air quality is the worst in Arizona.
Is it? I thought it was the worst in Seattle. That's why they had to cancel the game there today.
The air quality in Seattle is like 260 right now.
Yeah. If you open up the weather app every day, you can check the air quality, and it always says it's like.
I very much praise Seattle for not building an enclosed stadium. They built one where the retractable roof is just like a giant umbrella. Only problem with that is that unfortunately, if there is a giant wildfire and the air quality is bad, the air still gets into the stadium because when your stadium is just a giant umbrella, it doesn't actually protect from the outside elements. Okay, cool, guys. I'm glad.
The telepathy is there,
I'm glad that
it says moderate.
The air quality is moderate here, and it's not that after Jeremy said that it was the worst ever here. Okay.
So yeah, that's it for Dancing with the Stars. We'll have Dancing with the Stars expert Naomi Reisman on sometime soon to break it fully down.
I have something else to say about it.
Okay.
So, I'm very much intrigued by the Carol Baskin thing, but she does have some very, very, very horrible allegations, and yes, they are allegations. But she was, so a lot of people think she killed her ex-husband, including the family of her ex-husband who ran a commercial in Florida during Dancing with the Stars. And so, yeah, I don't know about that decision. I feel like it's kind of a little bit like having OJ on, but, it's not as, it's just bad. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
SVP likes to do that during bad beats. Mallory, what are we doing?
Today I am not prepared. You caught me.
Good. Okay, then I will start with mine. And mine is people that, including Jeremy, who want Steven Gostkowski to be cut. Steven Gostkowski is on the all-decade team for the 2010s. He
hasn't gotten cut yet?
He's like a four-time All-Pro.
How did he get back on that plane?
He's like a four-time All-Pro. He missed 3 kicks coming off of hip surgery, but he made the game-winning kick. He's a legend. You don't cut him after one game. Give him a few more to keep missing kicks, but I don't expect him to miss more than 2 or 3 for the rest of the season. So Steven Gostkowski, keep his job, because I know from being a Washington fan that sometimes when you pull the trigger on the kicker too soon, then you get a really bad replacement, and it doesn't work out well.
Jesse.
Or sometimes it does work, and you get Horvath, and he becomes really good for the rest of the season. But So, I just don't understand these people that want to cut a legend after one bad game coming off of an injury. He'll be fine. He's even got
Jesse, so I've been right on almost all of my NFL predictions this year, including the fact that Alex Smith was inactive for the first week.
You're welcome.
If Steven Gostkowski is not cut within the next 3 weeks, I will be extremely surprised.
For entertainment purposes only, will I get my $5 back?
Yes.
Okay, good. All right, Mallory, what are we doing?
The people who voted for NBA All-Rookie teams.
No, here we go.
All Tyler Hero needed was one more second.
Okay,
that's 12 points a game.
Okay, let me go.
Go ahead, Mallory.
What are we doing? What are we doing?
Right,
you can look at the results of the votes. About 20 people voted for him to be in first team, and 60 people voted for him to be in second team. Similar for the person right above him. The person right above him just got a few more votes. The guy from Golden State, I forget his name.
Pascal.
Yeah. And, Tyler Hero deserves to be first team All-Rookie up there with his teammate Kendrick Nunn, and that's that.
RJ Barrett deserved to be second team. I will say that, but RJ Barrett did not make first or second team. The surprise of that.
Mm-hmm.
Good for Kendrick Nunn. Good for Tyler Hero. Tyler Hero just continued to play better basketball. None of these extra awards really matter unless you're winning championships, in my opinion.
Facts.
My what are we doing is I don't know if I told you this, Jesse, but the reason that Helena High played against Big Sky in Helena today was because there was not enough referees in Missoula County to go around all 5 of the volleyball games that were supposed to be in Missoula County today, so they moved the game to Lewis and Clark County and played at Helena High.
So was it a Helena home game or the other team?
It was a Helena home game.
So they just gave it to them, though?
They flip-flopped. So, like, at the end of the season, they'll play the away game in Missoula.
So why is that? What are we doing? That there's not enough referees?
Yeah, not enough referees to go around.
All right.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk about.
And for not telling me. Nobody told me. I had to find out on Twitter. I got there midway through the first set. What happened?
You kind of buried the lead there. All right. Well, we had the WNBA playoffs kick off tonight, they didn't kick off because
one game elimination.
Yeah, they tipped off. They did this one game elimination thing. I hate it.
I love it. It's so fun.
I don't because then we get the Connecticut Sun advancing to the next round. But the Connecticut Sun and Breon January advanced to the next round. They also have former Phoenix Mercury great DeWanna Bonner. She had 23. Breon January had 7, but she had a plus-minus of 12, even though she only shot 3 of 11. They beat Chicago 94-81. Chicago's a much more interesting team. They've got Allie Quigley, three-point horse competition, great. Allie Quigley and her wife, Courtney Vandersloot, who's very. Oh, Jeremy, get out of here! He just put in the comments that he liked February better. Jeremy, get out. You gotta show us that you're walking.
But we'll wait.
We'll wait. Yep. Okay. All right. You gotta get up. All right. He just was I think he's just sitting up for a second.
Now he got out of his bed. I saw.
Okay. But so they won. That was the less interesting game. It was 94-81 Sun. But oh my gosh, this Mercury Mystics game. I'm just, like
crazy.
Like I was sitting here.
Were you torn, Jesse? Did you know who to root for?
I rooted for
Mercury Mystics 5 times fast.
Mercury Mystics. But yeah, like this Mercury Mystics game, I was torn, because as I've said multiple times on the show, I identify as a Washington Mystics fan, but know 10 times more about the Phoenix Mercury. So this year, with my favorite player out, I kind of want to see Diana Taurasi, play into the playoffs. And that's exactly what she's going to do, because despite being down, 11 heading into the fourth quarter, the Mercury went Mamba mentality and outscored Washington 26-14 in the fourth quarter. And then with the game-winning buzzer beater, we had this petty player who was cut by the Mystics, and they planned on re-signing her. She was waived by the Mystics. They planned on re-signing her. Instead, she signed with Phoenix, and now she ended the Mystics season. So
crazy.
The defending champs are out. Yeah.
Can we talk about the New York Liberty real quick?
They were 2-20 this year. They won 2 games. Yes, it's a 22-game season, but they won 2 games.
I think it's hilarious, and I think they tanked, and I think they just kind of were like, Sabrina, it's okay. Like, you'll be back next year with like actual help on your team.
Yeah, she probably could have come back at like the 15th game.
Yeah,
that's reckless speculation, but I've seen her TikTok.
Yeah, she's been TikTok and running around and stuff. She's fine.
Yeah, it's an organizational decision. It's not her decision. But how excited is everyone for the Mubble?
The MLB bubbles?
The
Finally.
Jess, how stupid is it that they're playing NL games at the AL parks and the AL games at the NL parks?
I like it. It makes the teams have to guess.
What do you mean?
You gotta keep them guessing, Dano.
What do you mean? What do you mean they have to guess?
They're not used to playing in these parks, so you got to keep them guessing, Dano.
I just don't
you have the AL Wild Card Series.
Why did the Dodgers not get to play at home? I don't get it.
I don't know, but we have the AL Wild Card Series in San Diego, California, and the ALDS in San Diego at Petco Park. For some reason, they are playing the ALCS at Petco Park, too, instead of Dodger Stadium, which I like better. We got Dodger Stadium for the Wild Card Series and the ALDS, the other ALDS. Then for the NLDS and the Wild Card Series there, we got Arlington, Texas, and then Houston for the other NLDS and Wild Card Series. And then the NLCS at the new Rangers Park in Arlington, as well as the World Series. I just like that they're allowing their families to come, but I could kind of care less where they're playing this. I'm just happy that we will see a World Series in 2020 after I didn't think I would have.
I think eventually, they'll, if all goes well, that they might move the World Series to the home parks.
Not gonna happen. What if there's an outbreak in Game 3 of the World Series? They're not gonna do that. Also, though, but
I still don't. Nobody's told me what's gonna happen. Like, where's the Stanley Cup being played? Both arena, like, aren't they
being played in Edmonton?
Edmonton.
Okay. I thought there was 2 bubbles. Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, now everything's in Edmonton.
Everyone's in Edmonton.
Already? Wait, they're already all in Edmonton?
Yes.
Sure.
But what we really need to talk about is
the Lightning played in Edmonton today?
Yes.
Nobody told me this.
Can we talk about what the World Series is going to do, though? Because, like, are they going to do 6 games in 7 days? Or are they going to do 7 games in 7? Because, like, there's no travel needs and it's baseball. So, like, are we going to have to wait?
I think they can put a day in between to stretch it out.
Yeah, but, like, I don't want that. I just want them to play the World Series. What was that?
I don't know. Jeremy?
One of my YouTube videos started playing.
One of the YouTube videos. We put it on the poll. Are you surprised that one of Jeremy's YouTube videos interrupted the show?
I've got a bub date also in a little bit.
Is it an NBA bub date or a mub date or a wub date or a
NBA bub date?
Also a tub date.
What's a tub date?
Tennis bubble.
Tennis bubble's not a thing anymore.
Tub date.
It's about to be a thing again in France. They're allowing fans at the French Open, though.
Speaking of allowing fans, Denver is doing it right.
Great execution by the Broncos. They had 50 people there.
It was 500, but yeah, still.
Oh, was it really 500?
Yeah.
Who gets that? And how expensive were those tickets?
I tried to look on StubHub. It's not. That looks like no one's reselling them. They're
Yeah,
just
I don't think they're stuff. I think they're like the most loyal season ticket holders of like all time. They're people that were there like before Elway was drafted.
So I was talking to my good friend back home, and his dad had the option to go to the games this year in at the Dolphins Stadium, right? Or you can save that money for next year, and he did that. I think this is the first time in 35 years he's not going to Dolphins home games.
I couldn't say no, unfortunately. I couldn't say no. It's unfortunate, but I just couldn't.
Who's ready for the NBA bub date?
Update.
You voted yes on this.
I did.
You're surprised.
I meant to say no. Oh, bummer. It's fine. Whatever. It'll balance things out.
Start walking.
What's the next thing on the show plan, Ryan?
This is just the bub day, and then we're doing polls and getting it.
We finally get to see LeBron James' presidential suite. We knew it was a thing. We knew he had to have a big room. We do not want to get copyright strikes, so we will not listen to the music. We'll just do a narration. There's one.
I cannot I can believe it, but I cannot believe that they did.
Is Savannah there?
No.
Why?
I think she is.
I know
Everybody's there except for Bryce.
Bryson Brown.
Bronny's not there.
Yeah, they were not invited. He said, "quote This is not a place for kids."
It's Disney World.
There's the bed. I think he needs a taller, longer bed than that. He's LeBron. He's got a lot
This is smaller than LeBron's actual room. This is just the room LeBron's showing off, but LeBron has a way bigger room than this.
Also, that tub is tiny. No way he can fit in that.
Mm-hmm.
LeBron has his own
nice little living room area.
LeBron has his own personal bathtub that is brought in on wheels every day.
No way this is LeBron's actual room, guys.
Yeah, and he's
probably got a bigger room than this. This is an average suite.
See that little Rowdy, pan back, go back. So you see that thing right there. Yeah. That is a secret door that opens up into a staircase that goes up to the top, and he has an entire just glass room. And he also has the Willy Wonka launch thing just for the heck of it.
Yeah.
Jeremy, are you ever on Willy Wonka TikTok?
Yeah.
There's a Willy Wonka TikTok thing?
Yeah, there's a Willy Wonka. There's a fake Willy Wonka.
Is he the good Willy Wonka or Johnny Depp?
Johnny Depp.
Oh.
Okay, so
Mallory, put it on the poll. Is the Johnny Depp Willy Wonka remake the most hated remake?
You put it on the poll. I'm sharing the screen.
Okay.
So it's a 2-bedroom suite. So there's also a room with 2 queens. If his family wants to come and chill out with him.
How much time was LeBron spending this? There's no way this is
window. It's just like Jeremy. Put it on the poll. LeBron's room. Average hotel suite.
Yes.
You've seen nicer.
I think it looks pretty nice. I don't know, but he definitely has a secret room that is also there.
There's no way. Who got into LeBron's room? Did he share this?
No, I'm the bubble life.
Oh, this is sweet. I was happy about this.
We love Deuce, even though we don't love the Celtics. Deuce has made it to the bubble.
Is that the kid that he reads to every day?
Yeah.
He reads to him every day.
And then they panned to Deuce during the game, and he was on his iPad while his dad was just casually dropping 27 points in the Eastern Conference Finals.
Yeah, Deuce
okay, this is pretty funny. We all know Jimmy Butler is selling coffee, small, medium, large, all for $20. Doesn't matter. So he's got this shirt and the matching mask. I just noticed the mask. Big face coffee owner. What do you think, Jeremy?
I love it.
You know what? I got another rant before we get out. I'm tired of the whole mask for optics thing. They're all in a bubble. All these NFL coaches are tested. Can we just stop with this? Like, can we just say these people are not in masks because they've been tested, unlike the rest of everyone, and then we're okay with that? The NFL and NBA and all these places, they don't need to be telling us, like, showing us that, like, when they're wearing their chin strap masks about, like, they're not even wearing them right. Like, Sean McVay got reprimanded for it. Like, it's just stupid. Like, they get tested. Come on.
Okay, so we got
But
another.
I definitely support wearing masks. It's just funny when they're in enclosed places and bubbles and stuff. Like, I don't know.
We got another father-son reunited, Philly Cheese and Philly Cheese Jr. for the first time in 3 months.
Yes. That's so sweet.
Anyway, it goes dry.
Aww.
Aw.
Anyone who knows
Waiters for the
Dion
father.
knows how close he
He's
is
crying.
with his kid. So
Aw.
it was sweet. Philly
crying.
Cheese Jr. was crying. So sweet.
I didn't know that Dion had a kid.
Oh, he has 3.
Yeah, 2 kids.
He has 3.
He has 3 now?
Yeah, there's another baby girl.
I just sent you. Go look at your DMs real quick, Miller. I sent you a couple things.
Home finger, woo.
Don't expose the DMs.
Mm-hmm. Smart. All right. Let me reshare this here.
Some more Deuce Tatum content.
Jason Tatum, 27 points, 9 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, 2 blocks. Deuce Tatum, more Cheez-Its, please.
Jesse, you see this?
Yes. It's
More
funny.
Cheez-Its, please.
It's funny.
Jason Tatum dominating the Heat. Deuce Tatum, not impressed.
Deuce Tatum on his iPad.
Can we recruit Deuce to the Heat? We need
Did they jersey swap Deuce yet on Heat Twitter?
They've got to, right? If they haven't, I'm gonna do it. All right, you want to read the polls, Jesse?
Yeah, I guess I can do it. I'll start with yesterday's. We had a couple good ones yesterday, I believe. So, okay, should the Jets change their name to the single-engine propeller planes? 63%. Yes. Is Jimmy Johnson stronger than he thinks? That's the NASCAR driver. 67%. Yes. Should the NFL put a folding table on the sideline for the broadcasters since there are less people down there this year? 50-50, never happened before. How many Titans fans want a Kern drop kick in attempt instead of sending Gutskowski back out there? 87%, all of us. 13%. What's a drop kick? Gutskowski, 83%, yes. Was the Bosch block in 2013 a foul? 67% no. Who are you rooting for? 100% hockey Twitter over the Tampa Bay Lightning. Are you surprised that one of Jeremy's YouTube videos interrupted the show? 50-50, never happened before. Is there a more hated remake in movie history than Willy Wonka with Johnny Depp? I accidentally voted yes. Again, that's the only vote, 100%.
You did that twice?
Been a rough day. All right, well, follow us on Twitter at the letter Y and then So Serious Show, and that'll do it for today's episode.
Good night, Canada.
Night, Canada.